I think it's important to have a conversation with yourself regularly. You need to ask yourself, going into your keto journey, what do I want number one on my keto journey, right? We're constantly running errands. As a mom, I'm running tons of errands every single week, and I have to go multiple places. Maybe I have to go to the grocery store, I gotta go to the post office, I gotta go all these different places. But what is number one? What is the one place that no matter what, if I get to all those other errands, fantastic, but what's my number one priority? Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
Two Crazy Ketos. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics. And then every Monday, we go live on Keto on the Couch, where we just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
You were up early today.
I jumped out of the bed. I wanted the full value of our energy keto advice. Like, I really think that we got a good program, and I wanted my sunlight, and I wanted my movement in first thing in the morning to get back to that and get some sunlight. And I feel very energized.
So you took the advice that we wrote into the coaching app program that we're working on.
Yes,
right now.
I did. Because
got out and moved for 30 minutes.
I know what the right thing to do is. I think most people do, right? We know what we're supposed to eat right. We're supposed to get sleep in. We're supposed to get fitness in. But we're supposed to actually live that out. That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Doing it every single day. Because sometimes I'm like, all right, I did it 2 solid weeks in a row. Now what? Keep doing it.
Right.
Right? That's kind of like what the Atomic Habits book has said. It's just like, just 5 years later, there was a success in an area.
Right.
Wait, just 5 years later? That seems like a lot. But that's what we do. We have to maintain what we're doing.
Yeah. So it is Friday, May 6th. I have some work to do on our website, some editing of videos. Tomorrow is my last official set of lacrosse games. We have a tournament coming up in a couple weeks, but like this is the end of the middle school season. High school season ended a couple weeks ago. This is the last set of middle school. And so I'm going to have to get myself moving too, because that's been my movement for the last 2 months.
Right.
That and getting on the rower, but I'm going to have to be doing a lot more rowing and going out for walks and getting some more of my strength training in, because when that goes away, that's a lot of like the movement that I do.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic to kind of anchor what you want to do to something that you already need to do, right? That's like a habit stacking. So you're embracing the fact, or you have that, hey, during lacrosse season or during football season, you get all of these miles in, and then you can kind of turn your attention when you get home to other things, because you got your movement in. You did, but that ain't going to be the case moving forward. And, in the past, I know you've talked about how the season ended, but your eating didn't.
Right.
Like, you have to change a little bit when you go into officiating season, because it's like you can't keep weight on because you're moving so much. But then if you eat the same amount after, when you're not moving anymore, it's not going to be good. And
I'm going to have to figure something out, because before we know it, football season is going to be here. In fact, this past Monday was the first meeting for the High School Football Association, which Anthony and I forgot to attend. But I did get an email from the Youth League assigner going, hey, I need to know if you're coming back as a white hat.
What's your thought?
And I have not yet answered him. Hopefully he does not see this video, because I know it doesn't come across well sometimes on videos, because I say I'm the person that's gonna give you the kick that you need when you're doing something wrong. But I really do not like confrontation. And
That's surprising.
have made the decision that I am not going to return to officiating youth league. I am 95% there.
I don't want to influence your decision making.
Yeah.
But if that's the way that you're leaning,
I
will
am
support
95%
you.
there where I am not going to do youth league officiating. And this has nothing to do with my age. It has nothing to do with Saturdays suck when it comes to officiating football and lacrosse because it's August and September and the fields are over 100 degrees and you're on the field for 8 to 10 hours. What it has to do with is there was just a lot of nonsense from parents and coaches and league reps last year. We had gun threats on the field. We were chased to our car.
Wow.
And the league didn't do anything about it. And they're swearing up and down that this year is going to be different. But they say that every year. And I just don't know if I want to do that anymore. So I feel like I'm at the point now where like, I don't want to do that and put my life at risk and the stress, because stress is a huge part of my life as it is, and I'm trying to eliminate stress, and those are all real stressful times, and I'm thinking, like, what can I do with that time? But that's also a lot of movement. I mean, you're talking about 8 to 10 hours for 13 to 15 Saturdays in the month of August, September, and October. So, but yeah, I have to have that confrontation within the next week or two, and I'm not willing to. I just noticed there is no laundry on our couch.
There is no laundry on our couch. And
there's a dog on our couch.
But she at least has room to be there, right? She's probably really enjoying like stretching out and having that space. And that is because I am no longer identifying as a laundry procrastinator and then living out my life like a laundry procrastinator would. I'm a laundry master, yo. And yes, I am like, what would a laundry master do? A laundry master would not let this laundry sit on the floor. She'd get it right up into the washer, right into the dryer, and hang it up as soon as it's done so that there's only one basket of laundry to deal with at a time and not like 50.
Okay, Miss Laundry Master.
Yes.
Where are all the socks? Between Anthony and I, we must have 30 pairs of socks. Neither of us has more than 1 or 2 pairs in our drawers, and they are not in the laundry. I'd love to know what. I am offering a reward.
Right.
Okay?
Where are they?
I will offer a reward of an undisclosed amount.
Yeah.
For somebody who can please tell me, where do the socks go?
I do not know. Everything is washed.
I know that.
Everything is done.
I know that.
I'm not.
But neither of us have socks.
I am not hiding them as like a joke. Like I know I can be kind of a jokester, but I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe it's somewhere with our breakfast. Because our breakfast
is not here.
Is not here either.
Okay, well, we're starting off with coffee. Here's our coffee. 40 ounces of coffee.
Yes.
2 scoops of salted caramel, perfect keto MCT oil powder.
Oh, nice.
So 1 scoop a piece.
I mean, it's very flavorful.
And then on top of that, a half a scoop of Keto Chow salted caramel.
Oh my gracious.
Then there's a couple of drops of iodine in there.
My lord.
And a giant squirt of Keto Chow electrolytes. I didn't want to use the chocolate element because I wanted the full salted caramel experience. So yeah, salted caramel and salted caramel, it's a really good mix. So for breakfast, I'm going to go do some experimenting. I know you've got a couple of coaching calls, so I figured you get in the shower.
Yes.
Well, you get in the shower. I will make breakfast. Oh, great. So my eyes are kind of watery and my nose is itchy. I hope we're not getting an allergy attack today. We're going to hope that goes away. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make yet, but we're going to start off with making some sausage gravy. So I've got about 10 ounces of this Smithfield premium sausage. Don't come at me. There's a touch of sugar in here, but I'm okay with that. First thing we're going to do is in a saucepan, go ahead and add our sausage and go ahead and brown that up. To that, we're gonna add a little bit of Redmond's organic seasoned salt, about a teaspoon or so, and a little bit of black pepper. Okay, now the sausage is done. We're gonna go ahead and take the sausage out of the pan. Now in a bowl, I'm gonna put 1.5 cups of warm water. It's pretty much what came out of the Berkey, so I haven't heated it up or anything like that. So it's about 75 degrees. And then I'm gonna do 2 servings of savory chicken soup keto chow. Go ahead and give that a mix. You just want to get all the lumps out. I'm going to take that back over to my pan and go ahead and pour it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix it and try to get all of that stuff that was like stuck on the bottom of my pan, which I did intentionally, off to bring some more flavor from inside of the pan in here. Then I'm going to go ahead and pour my sausage back in and make sure I get everything that's in this bowl. And then I'm just gonna put like 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. So the gravy is done. Super, super simple. Now this is not really my recipe. This is actually off of the Keto Chow's website. I will leave a link for that down below. I'm modifying it a little bit because I'm not using poultry seasoning. I'm using the Redmond's organic seasoned salt. I actually think it tastes better and it's really clean ingredients. And the recipe actually calls for 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I find it really just doesn't need that. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons is more than enough. So for the second part of breakfast, I'm gonna make some savory chicken soup chaffles. So in a bowl, I'm gonna put 3 eggs. 1 scoop of keto chow. And then I'm just gonna use that same whisk. It's got a little bit of that sausage flavor in there, so that should be good. And go ahead and mix all this up. And now I'm gonna add 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. Okay, I have an idea, but before I can go any further, I need to make us some scrambled eggs. So I'm gonna go do that now. We're gonna do a light scramble. Okay, these are done. People do ask why we like this Blackstone. This is why. So easy to clean up. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. So hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then it'll just be a fail on video. But when I bought that 4 waffle maker, I also found on Amazon the Stuffler. And I think Steve from Serious Keto has talked about this a little bit. I couldn't resist. I want to try to make chaffles in it. So we're going to try to make stuffed chaffles. So we're going to use the savory chicken soup chaffles that I have, and then we're going to put the egg and the sausage gravy inside of it. So I have not used this thing at all. I did clean it. And what it's supposed to do is make a stuffed waffle, but I don't know if this is going to work with chaffles, but we're going to try. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a decent amount of the chaffle mixture inside, and I'm gonna spread it, make sure I cover the whole bottom. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some egg, and then we're gonna put some of this sausage gravy in here. I don't know if this is gonna work. And then we're gonna put some more of the chaffle mixture across the top. The problem is that sausage gravy is kind of thin. We'll have to see. We're gonna close it up. And then what you're supposed to do is flip it over. Let's see how this works. Okay, let's check this out. Oh my gosh, it worked. Let's see. You know what we're going to do is we're going to put this clamp back on and let it cook for just another minute. And then by the time we get the next one done, Rachel should be out. So let's go ahead and pull this out. It is kind of heavy. You can see how it's sagging. So I don't even know if it's cooked in the middle. I guess we'll find out when we cut into it with Rachel. Let's make another one. Oh, that one seems a little bit better. Oh yeah. Hopefully these taste good. Otherwise, we're fasting. I'm gonna go get Rachel. Okay. What? I have no idea if this worked.
What?
Or if it's even edible.
Oh my gosh.
If it's not edible, we're fasting.
What is this?
Okay. So this is...
What did you make this with?
That Stuffler thing that I bought.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So we've never used this thing before. Listen, I saw Steve use it for waffles, just like regular like waffle batter. And I started thinking, I wonder if you can do a chaffle. I'll bet you it would work really well with a regular chaffle, like stuffing it with like maybe fruit. Don't cut it yet. We got to get a picture.
Oh, I forgot.
So I've got my phone. Hold on. No, I'm going to video while you cut into it because this may be an epic fail.
Yeah.
So this is savory chicken soup chaffles.
Okay.
Okay. So, kind of like the biscuits, but in a chaffle.
Uh-huh.
Stuffed with egg and sausage gravy. So, I don't know if it's cooked inside.
I'm kind of scared.
Okay, let's see what this looks like. Again, I don't even know if it's cooked in the middle.
Oh.
It looks like it is.
It looks like it is. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
Okay, go ahead and give it a try.
All right.
Okay, here, I'll cut into mine.
How does yours look?
Mine is the first one. I feel like mine I thought I cooked yours longer, but maybe not. So this is what it looks like.
You want to dink it?
I'll use my fork. I'll have some manners here.
Dink.
Okay, that's actually really good.
That is really good.
That is really good.
That is really good. And talk about like a cool conveyance.
Okay, I was really worried we were going to have an epic fail here on camera. Because I just thought of it.
This is really stinking good. Wow.
I don't even think I can finish this though. So you have a lot because...
Wow.
I used an entire batch of chaffle mix. So that would make 8 normal chaffles. So that is 4 chaffles. So that means it's a half a cup of mozzarella cheese, a half a serving of keto chow, 1.5 eggs. Then you have sausage gravy and egg inside. Though I made 3 eggs and I didn't even use 3 eggs between the two of us. You probably didn't even need to put the eggs inside of it. You probably could have just made the chaffle and then put the sausage gravy inside of it.
That is good.
Oh, we have a new toy to play with.
Can you imagine this at like make a brunch and have this on like a pretty plate waiting for, you know, everybody to sit down? What a gorgeous presentation, right? Was it hard to use that thing?
No, it's very, very easy to use. But again, because, you know, the chaffle mixture is much thicker, so you kind of have to spread it out. And again, then I put in sausage gravy, so then you're trying to spread this top stuff on top without mixing the gravy in.
It totally works.
So if you were doing something like a sweet one, and maybe putting some chocolate chips inside, or some, like a couple of strawberries.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Or strawberries and a couple of hunks of cream cheese, where then you can easily spread the chaffle mix across the top. But yeah, it came out really good. Like, I'm super, super impressed by it.
And I think that this is going to tide us over the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is really going to fill me up.
Yeah. So, I would probably say in the future, if I made this for breakfast, I'd make one and split it. You know, then you're only getting about 1/4 cup of cheese, which is a serving.
Plus, you don't have to time it.
Yeah.
Properly.
But I mean, mine's been done earlier.
And it's still nice and hot?
It's still nice and hot.
Because I like my breakfast piping hot.
Yeah. This is good. I'm pretty impressed. I'm proud of myself.
Very good.
What you doing?
Hello. Having some carbonated mineral water and working on my outline for week 2 of Atomic Habits.
So I know you thought you had a coaching call.
I did,
and it's
Joe.
on Monday. It's my fault because I misread it when it hit the calendar.
Yeah, sometimes we just space out, but thankfully, there's always something to do. You know how that is.
Yep.
You just go to the next task.
So I just took the steaks out of the fridge, but they got to come to room temperature, so that's like an hour. Do you want to go ahead and premiere the vlog?
Yes, let's do it. Because I was promised people. I was promised peopling in the schedule, and even though it's nice to work on solo tasks, now I'm all geared up to get to chat with people.
This cat just always wants to sit in your lap. I'm trying to work on my computer, and she's just always wants to be right there. Okay, we just finished premiering the vlog from Monday where we went over what our thoughts are and what we learned from tracking our macros from the month. If you haven't seen that, I will leave a link for it right up here. Now we're gonna make some dinner, and I've got some steaks. So I've got 2 New York strips right here. I put a bunch of salt on them yesterday. I've had them sitting in the refrigerator, so they should be nice and tender. We're gonna go ahead and stick them on the Kamado Joe and just cook them super quick. So these have really dried out nice. We're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Redmond's organic garlic pepper on them. Okay, this thing is way up to temperature, over 700 degrees, so this is gonna be a pretty quick cook. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop these on here and probably go 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay, let's go ahead and check these. Turn that over, that over. Okay, we'll go ahead and just check the temperature real quick. And 95 degrees on this one. 95 degrees on that one. So we're going to let them go for a minute or 2. Okay, let's go ahead and check these. 129. 125. We're going to go ahead and take these off. Adding salt. Once again.
I know.
When you haven't even tasted it.
Apparently super insulting to you. I'm sorry about that. But I do know that I like to dip my steak into salt as I go.
Okay, let's go ahead and check this out.
This is looking good. Ooh, look at that meat candy.
Oh, yeah.
Nice and fatty.
Dink.
Dink. Mmm. Okay. So, I know it is hot outside, but there is something magical that happens when you cook things on that Kamado Joe.
I know.
I'm sorry, because I know it's hot. I mean, it's very hot.
I almost wasn't able to do it. I'm out of charcoal. I had just enough to do one today.
Just last for just 2 more steaks, baby.
What a great flavor.
Wow. Friday night, getting ready for Mother's Day, and Mama's already getting a steak. I'm loving me some life here.
Oh yeah, it's cooked perfectly for you too.
Absolutely perfect.
So, I've spent the entire day in front of the computer.
Yeah.
Editing on our website.
I'm glad you're wearing your glasses.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't have them on for 10 minutes and my eyes were already started burning. So these are really helping because of the blue light and stuff like that. So yeah, they really been a big help. But it's cool because I got our Energy Keto program up on the website.
Yay!
I've got a macro program up there for people who have asked us, because we've had a lot of people ask us about working with them for customizing macros. So we've got a cool new thing that we've worked out with Chronometer where we can actually, if somebody is interested in having accountability, where we can offer them free gold Chronometer while they're working with us, and it allows us to basically see their diary, change things on there, like, you know, make modifications for them. So all of that is like going up on the website.
It's another tool in the toolbox. Will everybody need to use this? No. There's like a ton of stuff that we just put out there for everybody, but some people just want another layer of help.
Yeah, and so that's all going to be on our website. I'll put a link for it down below. But yeah, it's a lot of work because I have no idea what I'm doing with websites. So everything is like Google learn. Oh, is this right? And integrating apps to get it to send messages and everything. So it's been a lot of work, but I'm glad we're getting there.
Well, I have a hot date tonight.
You do?
Really handsome gentleman that I'm having a date with.
Okay.
Anthony. Anthony and I are going to go in the hot tub and watch a movie.
Good morning.
Good morning. What happened to last night?
Isn't
it still Friday nights?
You had a date.
I did. We watched a movie and had a really big time, but I feel like Saturday night altogether just got away from us. So look at this breakfast.
We're having a little breakfast. I need to get ready to go to my last set of middle school games for lacrosse.
Are you ready
for the year?
For a break?
Well, we do have a tournament in 2 weeks, but the tournaments are different. They're quick. They're like, 44-minute games, and, we'll do like 5 or 6 per day. So you just go bang, 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 and then you go home.
Good.
So here's what we have. When I started experimenting more yesterday, so we have a couple of we each have one of those chocolate keto chopped waffles that I made a few days ago. And then the top one is caramel macchiato. So I did same thing, made it with keto chow eggs and mozzarella cheese. I'm going to experiment with a couple of other things.
It's got a great flavor.
On top of it is some of our yogurt. It's probably a little bit more than a half a serving. And then I put just a little bit of the keto chow salted caramel in there, which really goes along with the caramel macchiato.
Nice flavor.
And then we each have 4 blackberries. We've got about 6 blackberries left. I'm super impressed because we've had these for 2 weeks.
Hey, we used to throw out so many vegetables and fruit. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
That
was probably a lot of our savings when we went to keto. Not buying them, but not buying them and then throwing them out.
I'm telling you what, we don't waste anymore.
No.
Right? Because like meat, we eat it. It becomes a part of something, right? Like if you set out ground beef, even if we're like, we're not going to eat this today, we're going to eat something else and then eat it tomorrow, it still at least goes someplace. It's not like it was when we used to kind of fool ourselves. Every month we knew we needed to stop eating all of the garbage. I mean, we knew that even then.
Right.
But what would we buy? A whole bunch of vegetables and fruit, because that's how we were going to get healthy. And let me tell you, I could have just thrown them out right at the grocery store and saved myself the trip of bringing it home, loading it into the refrigerator, and then just throwing it out anyway, because it would just go bad. So I love when we bring in fruit now. It's very little bit, but we eat it all. It gets eaten.
Yeah. I think they say, I read a study once that the average American throws out more than 60% of the fruits and vegetables they buy because it goes bad before they get it. Honestly, if you are going to eat vegetables, one of the best ways is frozen. And I know you're going to hear people go, "Oh, but it's not fresh." But if you're looking to get more of the vitamins and nutrients, a little bit that is in there, it's actually better to go frozen. Go to Whole Foods, go to the 365 brand, because that's all like organic. And it's not expensive, but you buy the frozen because as soon as they pick them, they flash freeze them, and that locks in the nutrients as opposed to stuff that's just sitting on your grocery shelves.
Absolutely.
And then I do have some sparkling water with watermelon red mint Relight because it's going to be hot out there on the field. And then I'm going to take a half of this nootropic keto brick with me that I'm going to eat a little bit later. And then I have, you guys won't see this, but I actually have in the sous vide oven, in the Anova oven right now, a roast going that we can eat when I get home. But that's what's cool about the sous vide is that it could just go all day. When I get home, we'll just kind of sear up the outside or whatever.
It ain't going nowhere.
I wanted to rotisserie it tonight, but I'm out of lump charcoal and I'm not going to have time to go get it. So I wanted to address a couple of things. Oh, I meant to share this. People have asked us about our mugs. They are on our website. I finished all of that up today. And they are priced a little bit high, but it's mostly because of shipping. The price includes shipping. And believe it or not, on average, it's going to cost like $11 to ship it because we wanted to make sure they go out and they get to you safely. So I had bought these styrofoam boxes. Look at this. So it literally nests the mug right in here.
Like it's not even going to come out.
It's very difficult to even get it out, but it nests it in there. And this now becomes the shipping box. You can just tape this up. But that's going to ensure that it gets there.
My shipping cart loves that.
I watched the guy demoing this, and they were like literally throwing it against the wall and stuff.
We promise we will not do that.
But it didn't come out broken. That was the point.
That's the point.
And because, yeah, we don't want somebody to get a broken mug. So, couple of things that I just wanted to address. The biggest one is exogenous ketones. I've noticed in our Facebook group a lot of questions about exogenous ketones because people have different opinions on them.
And it's a fair question.
It is a fair question. And occasionally we do take them. But I want to make sure people understand where should you take them, what are they going to help you with, and when should you not take them. Okay? So if you don't know what exogenous ketones are, they're basically ketones that you take. They're also known as BHBs, okay? There is a big multi-level marketing company out there that sells them. They're very, very expensive. Their ketones are slightly different, but they're very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And then most of the exogenous ketones that you see on the market, whether it be from Perfect Keto or other companies, they're all manufactured by the same company. They're from Go BHB.
But some people really believe, and this is the same way you see even in clothing, right? Where some people think if it has a higher price tag, that automatically equates to it being better.
Right.
Right? And that's not necessarily true. It's just different. And if you can charge a higher price, if you're a company, it's a good business practice to charge more money for it.
Yeah, and now, like I said, the actual ketones in a lot of the different ones out there, regardless of the company that's selling it, like I said, Perfect Keto or somebody else, the ketones are made by usually one company. And the difference between all the different ones is flavorings, ingredients, things like that. Perfect Keto has good ingredients in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so exogenous ketones, what are they going to do? They're going to give you a little bit of energy. They're going to give you a little bit of mental clarity, and they will give you some electrolytes because, like, the BHBs are bound to electrolytes.
Right.
Okay? Yes, you will get some energy from them. Okay? But they're exogenous ketones. Your body isn't making them. You're giving your body extra ketones. Taking exogenous ketones will not help you lose weight. As a matter of fact, it could actually impede your weight loss progress. Why? Because of oxidative priority. So if you understand oxidative priority, your body, the first thing, if you introduce alcohol to your body and you're drinking alcohol, your body's got to deal with the alcohol right away. It can't store it. It considers it a poison. It's got to get rid of it.
So I'm going to deal with that.
So it gets rid of alcohol.
First.
The next thing that your body deals with is ketones. Okay? So before you can get to protein, before you can get to carbohydrates, before you can get to dietary fat, before you can get to body fat, your body's got to get rid of the ketones. So if you are taking exogenous ketones, you're giving your body some energy, and then it has to wait to get to the carbohydrates, the protein, and the fat.
Right.
So it can impede your weight loss progress because you're giving your body energy instead of relying on the energy that is in your diet or that you have stored on your body in the form of body fat. So if you're trying to lose weight, we strongly encourage you to not take them on a regular basis. The exception would be is if you are just brand new getting started to keto, they will help you get through the keto flu because you'll be giving your body a little bit of ketones so it starts to recognize that, okay, hey, I like ketones, because it's going to use them first. And because of the electrolytes, it'll help you deal with the keto flu. But you can also deal with the keto flu with just taking Redmond electrolytes like the Relight or Element or the Keto Chow electrolyte drops. You can get a lot of the same thing from there.
Yeah.
The only other place that's going to help you as far as losing weight is it may give you a touch more energy to be able to work out. But again, you don't really need that. So where would you take them? If you're doing therapeutic keto.
Absolutely.
Okay? If you're doing therapeutic keto, you need to have high ketones for brain function, things like that, maybe dealing with Alzheimer's or epilepsy or something like that, where you need to have a high level of ketones at all times. That's where they can benefit you. But if you're trying to lose weight, you do not need them. High ketones do not equate to faster weight loss. So I just want to make sure people understand that. It's not that they're bad, it's that you don't need them and they can impede your weight loss progress. I like perfect keto ones when we do use them. And like if I have a big functioning day and I really need to be on top of my game, like John Paul's going to be taking his test.
He's going to be taking
I'm going to recommend to him take some exogenous ketones. That'll help you get through there. But you can also boost your ketones if you need a quick boost of ketones by adding a little bit of MCT oil. Like we have MCT oil powder in our coffee right now. That will give me some extra mental clarity to deal with my games today.
I think it's important to have a conversation with yourself regularly. You need to ask yourself, going into your keto journey, what do I want number one on my keto journey, right? We're constantly running errands. As a mom, I'm running tons of errands every single week, and I have to go multiple places. Maybe I have to go to the grocery store, I gotta go to the post office, I gotta go all these different places. But what is number one? What is the one place that no matter what, if I get to all those other errands, fantastic, but what's my number one priority? Like I'm gonna get there first. That's what we need to ask of our keto journey, I think. Mm-hmm. What do you want first? If the answer to that right now, right where you're at, is weight loss, you're gonna carry out your keto in a different way than maybe if the very first thing on your list is a health concern. Right. If you are coming at this from a health perspective, then of course, both weight loss and health, they're important. But you only get one priority. It's when people are like, hey, I've got all these priorities. No, there's one thing that you're doing that is coming up number one every time. A lot of time people will say like, hey, my kids are my number one priority. My marriage is my number one priority. My work is my number. Well, there's only really one. Somebody's getting the lion's share of your time and your energy, right? Right. You've got to be super intentional to make sure that you're spreading yourself out to cover all those bases. But something is getting the priority. And I think that we have to constantly ask ourselves, because it's been different on different months for us. Right. I remember when, we were sick, when we had COVID, my priority the week that we had COVID was not weight loss. Right. That was not my priority, was not weight loss. My priority was health, for sure. And so we were eating to make sure that we maximize my health. We were taking and making sure very intentionally we got all of our electrolytes in that week. There was not a negotiation that week, right? So it would be great if at the end of that week we experienced weight loss, but that was not the priority, and that was not how I was balancing my day as far as like what I was eating and what I was taking that week. I
mean, even right now, we are not really focusing on weight loss. We say, hey, we'd like to drop a few pounds, but we are not focusing on that. We are focusing on our health, getting more in tune with our body, coming
energy levels.
Off of BBB and E. We're going to get ready to do a little bit of a focus on weight loss in probably a month or so. But this is the first time in both of our lives where we have gone for a significant period of time, like a year,
staying the same,
where we haven't gained weight. And for me, that is a huge accomplishment. So the fact that maybe over the last 7-8 months since we did beef, butter, bacon, and egg last year in September, we haven't dropped any weight, but we haven't gained any weight. It's been more of a focus on getting more in touch with our body, foods that impact us, learning things like, hey, eating too much cheese sends you down a rabbit hole.
Right.
Learning things like, hey, eating a whole bunch of wings for us causes a little bit of inflammation sometimes. Eating a whole bunch of chicken breast, like coming from Costco, causes a little bit of inflammation sometimes. So that's more what we've been focusing on. So you have to figure out, what are you going to focus on? One more thing about the ketones, okay? You can, if you take them, and there are companies out there that say, take these ketones and they will put you in ketosis, okay? I'm not going to name the company. They're not lying. because you are in ketosis, because ketosis by definition is your body utilizing ketones for fuel. So you are in ketosis, but you're not in nutritional ketosis. You can't, as this one company advertises, and I actually met somebody in a store who happened to be a salesperson for this company, and said that, oh, if I have a slip up, I'll have a bunch of pizza one day or a candy bar, but I can just take my ketones and I'm right back into ketosis. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not. You may be in ketosis as far as your body fueling your body with ketones, but you're not in nutritional ketosis. There's no magic pill that allows your body to automatically forget about the carbs that you just took. Don't bother with carb blockers, ketones, or anything like that. I could right now go eat a candy bar and then take some exogenous ketones and prick myself with my Keto Mojo and show you like a 2.0 on my meter.
Right.
Does that mean I'm in nutritional ketosis? No. I gave myself ketones. Now they're in my blood. So you just need to make sure that you're focusing on that. A high GKI doesn't necessarily mean more weight loss, especially if you're taking ketones. If you're taking ketones to get a high GKI, that's not going to help your weight loss journey.
Well, and I think, again, this is a conversation that you're having with yourself, and it's an ongoing dialogue, because if I am the person that says, hey, my priority right now, when it comes to my keto diet, I know I can only have one. Right now, it is weight loss. If that is your thing is weight loss, then that answers the exogenous ketone question. I don't need them. It's actually going to be perhaps a stumbling block as far as oxidative priority goes. Right. But then on top of that, if I am somebody who struggles with sticking to keto, maybe I'm somebody that like I can do pretty good Monday through Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, I have some off-plan days or I let carbs in. Exogenous ketones could be dangerous to me, actually, because I may kind of fall for the rhetoric of, I take this pill or I drink this shake and now this bowl of pasta becomes a hamburger. Mm-hmm. And that is just not true. So, but I don't need any propaganda rolling in the back part of my mind if I struggle with that behavior.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to end this rant and this vlog. If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos that we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.